I'm going to now invite our second speaker tonight, Gabrielle. Do you want to go next?
Sure, let me go ahead and share my screen here. Wanted to talk about setting personal goals with an agile mindset. And this is something that I feel like a lot of us in our work lives, we're Scrum Masters, product owners, and Agilists, and we do that for our career, and we don't always consider where we can instill agility in our personal lives as, wives, mothers, partners, even running school, groups to raise money for schools and things like that. It's something that you can use in every aspect of your life. Confucius once said something very similar to when your goals are unreachable, you really shouldn't try to change your goals. You set them for a reason. They mean something to you. So instead of changing them, maybe look for a way to change your steps to get to them. So something that I do is I identify the barriers that are preventing me from accomplishing my goals. Is it time? Is it money? Am I educated enough? Sometimes we don't have enough money to do the entire goal, but maybe you can, if you spread it out over time, you can finance things. So maybe one week you buy a bag of mulch, and the next week you buy the plant to plant into the mulch, and the week after you buy the really good hose so that you can water the plant, and then you have everything. You've reached that goal of having something planted in your front yard or whatever. You find ways to compromise. So in agility, we are always having to pivot and change and adapt and inspect and retrospect and reflect on things. So how can we position our lives to make space for this goal? Can I compromise and maybe do something slightly differently so that this goal is real and I can make it happen? Don't be afraid to dive in without all of the information. So even if you don't know what all of those steps are to get to that goal, get started. You have to start somewhere. Uncertainty encourages creativity. And this is all about just enabling success in your life, taking those impediments away from you, finding those barriers and pivoting and changing how you're looking at it so that your goal is obtainable. So one thing I like to do too is, in my personal life, I'm not using the company Jira or Trello or whatever. I use the free tools available to me. So I use Trello, Miro, Mural, Google Jamboard, Google Docs, Google Slides, all of those things, even Google Sites. I make a private site and I, plan things with the family. This is an example of a Trello that I used. I wanted to work on my house, my curb appeal on my house financially. Didn't have, the $3,000, I'll use dollars. Don't know what that is in pounds, probably more in pounds. I didn't have that much to throw at once. So over the course of the summer, I wanted to plan to remove the old shrubs and bushes and get rid of those, put down the weed blocking, put down the mulch, plant some pretty plants, and then at the end, have a really beautiful front flower bed. So that's kind of what my husband and I did. We broke down the pieces and we found ways to do it over a series of weeks. So I definitely recommend the use of Trello. Another tool that I have used is Miro. Miro and Mural are very similar. You can also use a, MS Paint, Word documents and things like that to just draw pictures and draw that spider graph, draw that mind map. So I had another goal. I wanted to start graduate school. I had completed my bachelor's degree and I wanted to go and get a master's degree. And that felt so intimidating, that big goal of getting that master's degree. I had to map out what it takes to get started. So first off, I have to pick a program. What am I going to get my master's in? What school am I going to go to? MBA, computer science, communications, what school, online, in person? I picked online. Spoiler alert. My schedule. Did I have to rearrange my schedule? Do I need to create a routine? Do I have to compromise with my family and tell them Sundays are for homework or something like that? Technology. I had to get a new computer because have to have a good video to join my classes. I have to have a tablet to read my e-textbooks because everything is virtual and it's cheaper that way. I can rent my textbooks. So financially, that's a plus. Do I need a printer for my coursework? Sometimes it's good to print it out and do it the old-fashioned pen and paper way. And then saving money. So those were all of the enablers of this goal. In order to realize this goal and make it happen, I have to make time. I have to have the technology. I have to pick the program that makes sense. I have to save money and make it happen. Without breaking those out and saying, you know what, I have an answer for all of those, I wouldn't have been able to just get started. And right now I'm actually on my 4th class of my grad school program. I did choose an MBA and I'm working on that through the University of South Carolina online. So not a realized goal yet, but I'm working towards it iteratively, slowly, taking one class at a time. And then I wanted to kind of close with a really comforting, just an easy daily affirmation for Agilists. So we have our careers and our job goals, and we know what that looks like. And we have all the people that we work with and our Scrum teams and things like that. They all have goals too, and we have goals for them, but our own goals that I will find ways to improve and succeed every day, no matter how small of a step forward. And that could be true of weight loss, money saving, grad school, cleaning a room that's messy, helping a child to learn how to write, little things. Just find those little wins every day, every week, every month, and those will gradually lead you to reaching your goal or goals. And I really appreciate being given the opportunity to meet with you guys, and really enjoyed meeting everyone, Women in Agile London. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just a little quick reminder of our goals.
Well done.
Thank you.
Really nice.
I love it so quick.
If we want to take a little bit of a break to ask questions, to find out more about the talk, now is your time.
And I really appreciated the talk, especially the last with the daily affirmation of an Angelist. And I was asking in the chat, but mostly to also other speakers coming that if you're okay for me to tweet some of the things besides what already one in London, Agile in London will share. It's okay. It was really cool, that one. And
Yes, really nice.
Please tweet the affirmation. I absolutely need no ownership of it. I think it's just something it's good to remind ourselves of. And I do love Miro. It's my favorite tool.
I think I've heard so many people using it. I haven't had the chance yet to try it out, so it's on my list.
Amazing for retros, plannings, all of that.
I went down yesterday for an hour and I didn't know what to do with my life.
Yeah. I don't know how they do it. You know, it's like also like Slack reinvented the IRC discussion and everything is just an IRC like this, but it just works way better, or it's like the same. Mind maps are not anything new, but Miro made them so popular lately, and it just works really good. Yes.
Good to know. Good to know. Thank you. Still learning.
There should be a quick lightning talk on how to use a mind map.
Nice. There we go. Do you want to be our next lightning talk speaker?
I've never used one, so I can't.
There we go.
Do that
that's a topic I could do, though.
Nice. There we go.
Yeah.
TVS just saying we have a Romanian saying, "Who says it will do it." So
if I do a lightning talk, it would be
for you now, yes.
the journey of a beginner in using mind maps.
Perfect. Sounds like a title to me.